hearts, lift our strains, let's revere our school of fame, ever true, loyal, true, for our colors white and blue. Dear Princeton High School, our love, our pride, we've always held you as our shining guide, our joys, our sorrows, hopes, dreams, and fears. We shared in PHS halls, we'll live through coming years.
Tigers come in 8-4 on the year for the return meeting against the Bluefield Beavers, 9-6 on the season. The cross-county grudge match here in Mercer County. Beavers tonight in a return match that saw Princeton win the first game by a 60-56 score in Bluefield. We have with us Mr. Eades, like Eades' father, and we have, so far this year, we've interviewed Mr. and Mrs. St. Clair, well, Mr. St. Clair, and Brenda Miller, Jimmy Miller's mother, and we are trying to interview some of the parents and just talk with them about their children and some of the things that their children are doing, and the Princeton team. And the first question I was wondering about is that Mike asked me tonight, of course, Mike Eades is averaging 15.6 points a game, and he's the second leading scorer on this team. But Mike had a special request tonight, and that was that instead of calling him Eades or Mike, that we call him Earl. Could you explain how Earl comes into it?
Well, I really don't know, Bob, but some of the kids give him that nickname at school, and he likes it, so that's all I think, you know. I usually call him Fred.
Fred?
That's the nickname I've hung on him.
Well, we've got T-Bone, and let's see, what are some of the nicknames on it? We've got T-Bone, and St. Clair, they just call him Kev. But there's several nicknames for some of these players on this team. Gary Wright used to be called, I think, Eagle.
Eagle, yeah, that's right.
And so these kids have been playing together since midget basketball. Mike was telling me that y'all related to the Thorne family.
That's right. Rod's my first cousin. And we graduated the same year, but I went to school in Athens, and of course he was here at Princeton. I saw a lot of his games, you know, but didn't get to see all of them, but I've seen a lot of them.
Does Joe Thorne listen to a lot of these games and come to a lot of Princeton games now that he's back in Princeton?
I didn't hear you, Bob.
Does Joe Thorne come to a lot of the games now that he's back in Princeton?
Well, no, he don't come to a lot of them, but some of them. Some of them.
We asked Brenda Miller and Mom St. Clair what they felt when they saw their sons out on the court playing basketball, and in a situation where maybe the game's getting very physical, and do you get that twinge of excitement, and how do you feel watching Mike play basketball?
Oh, it takes me 2 or 3 hours to get settled down after the games. It's it just kind of like tightens you up, you know. I don't really know what to do or what to say.
So we were just watching your actions at the games. You always seem very calm and collected.
Yeah, I try to be, but inside, it's like I said, about 3 or 4 hours after the game, I kind of loosen up.
Has Mike indicated what he plans after he leaves high school?
Well, he wants to go to college, but he don't. He hadn't made any indication of where he wants to go.
Would it create any problems for you if he decided to go to school, say, in California or Utah or Hawaii or something?
Well, it'd be rough. It'd be rough. I hope, he's around close somewhere. I feel like it'd be better, for him and for me, too.
As someone who's seen most of the Princeton games this year, of course, this is a very young Princeton team. How do you feel that they've improved, or are they getting better, and what forward to next year?
Well, they are definitely improving. You know, a lot of parts of the game, rebounding better, and just playing smarter ball. You know, but they should really have a real good team next year with most everybody coming back. It should be real good, and I hope they get good here along about tournament time.
Well, March 21st would be awful nice to be back in Morgantown with you.
Sure would.
Amazing. Well, it is noisy here tonight. We got a real noise one pulling up. And we got some other people sitting in to talk. Grego, you got your headset on, ready for it? Okay, yeah. Oh, you got it. And I've got Ray Lynch alongside. Ray, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, Ray. We wanna talk about some of the comparisons between last year's Princeton Tiger State Championship team and this year's team, who's standing at 8-4 on the season, rated number 1 in the area's ratings.
Well, you know, I see a lot of similarities between the two teams that I think are going to grow much more similar once we get some age on this team. It's still a real young ball team, but they're showing a lot of talent, a lot of promise, and a lot of the same teamwork that Princeton had last year.
Ralph Ball said earlier in the season that this may well be the best shooting club he's had since he's been at Princeton High School. Up at Millview the other night, they shot 90% in the third quarter, and for the game as a whole, they shot 64%. And when you start saying you got the best shooting team Ralph Ball's ever had, that's awful good shooters.
That's for sure. But of course, we know it at Greenbrier East, they didn't have quite that good a game, but at Mountview they did. They're shooting real well. Of course, I don't know what the team percentage was last year, but I would have thought last year was
led the
real
nation.
good.
They in this report they sent into, they shot 53% on the year, was it? 56%. It was number 1 in the nation.
If they're better shooting this year than last year, it would surprise me, but they do shoot well. Glenn just said it was hard to miss a dunk shot. That's true.
And that's another point we want to bring out. You know, Jimmy Miller, a lot of people are giving Jimmy a hard way to go because after last year's superlative performance in the state tournament, they expected a 35 points per game average out of Jimmy this year.
Well, with Jimmy shooting, I think he's averaging about 20 or 22 a game. The big factor there is everybody else is contributing. He's fitting right into an idea of a team play in basketball. And like we were talking a few minutes ago, if he was shooting 35 points a game, we probably wouldn't have an 8-4 record right now.
I feel as though he fits into a team concept better than your 7-foot center who only shoots 35% of the floor and still gets 35 points. I'm looking forward to seeing Mike Dent, who feels like he didn't play the game he's capable of playing over at Beaver. I'm looking forward to seeing Mike and Jimmy go at one another. Mike's going at about 6'7", and of course Jimmy right at 6'7" also. Mike outweighs Jimmy a little bit though.
Well, of course, people might not think I'm a very good judge of basketball talent, but I watched Mike Dent last year on the JV squad, and I never did think that Mike Dent was as good a ball player as the written press in this area was making him out to be. He may have improved a lot this year. I understand he's pretty good, because I used to be part of that written press too. But I just never thought he was that good. He's a good ball player, but I don't think he really can measure up to Jimmy.
The Princeton Tigers will be taking on the Bluefield Beavers here at the Princeton High School Gymnasium. We'll be back with tonight's game when we return right after this. We're back at the Princeton High School Gymnasium. I'm Craig May. I got Ray Lynch alongside. Glenn Mays alongside with Bob Graham and Ann Metter. And Ray, we want to talk about tonight, of course, is a spread tonight. And Princeton wants to win this one badly. One reason being, of course, they're going against the traditional rival Bluefield Beavers. Another reason is that it's Tiger homecoming in Princeton tonight.
Right, Craig. They just started about 3 years ago having homecoming in basketball as well as in football. Of course, it's the same homecoming court all year long. They've already introduced the homecoming court tonight. And I could go over those names. The sophomore attendant was Donna Radford. She was escorted tonight by Eris Eades. The junior attendant was Randy Raines and escorted by Little Todd Browning. Attendant at large was Vonzetta Wilburn, and Joseph Harrison was her escort. Carly Legere, who was one of the large number of Legiers. I went to school with Legiers, a bunch of Legiers around. I guess they're all here for homecoming. She was escorted by Jeff Vargas. Rhonda Maneri was the maid of honor, and Sam West was her escort. And of course, the homecoming queen was Robin Farley, and the homecoming king was the year-old football standout that was one of Princeton's favorites last year, was Gene Remedy.
And people are. Gene Remedies, of course, he's graduating this year.
Right.
And he was playing under some problems this past season. He had injury problems all season long. And I feel as though if he hadn't experienced these injury problems, he would have received some state recognition that he didn't.
I think so too. Gene was a favorite with all the fans, but he was a favorite because he was just a real good ball player. But he did have his injury problems, which kept him from some of the recognition we thought he would get.
Getting back to basketball, we want to talk about some of the conflicts, some of the comparisons in tonight's ball game. I don't know if you've seen the Beavers play this year.
No, I haven't had a chance to see the Beavers. And so just what I've been able to read and pick up from folks who watch them play, Stanley Martin, of course, was compared to three outstanding basketball players this morning. Again, in the newspaper. He's had some really good games. I believe he is a really good ball player. I don't know whether he ranks up there with George Gerlin and some of them, but I think he is going to be the pivot that this game goes on. If Stanley has a good game, it's going to be a real close game. If Princeton can shut him out, I think Princeton is going to be able to get real command of this game.
I think Beaver's secret, of course, a lot of people feel as though Beaver's got an advantage because Danny Willis, the head coach of Beavers, was an assistant under Ralph Paul, and they feel as though they know Ralph's strategy.
But on the other hand, while Coach Willis was at Princeton, Ralph was learning quite a lot about Coach Willis too. So I would say one knows the other just as well. And I don't think there'll be any surprises in coaching strategy between the two.
That's true. But the thing I feel as though Beaver has to do, in order to give Martin that leeway, I feel as though Princeton will be playing a zone so that they can keep Martin out of that middle and let him shoot outside. The Beaver's secret is to get one or two of their other men to hit and hit hard. That way it'll take the attention from Martin to let him operate.
They're going to have the points from somewhere else, or Princeton will be able to shut Martin off. I shouldn't be this ignorant on Princeton's basketball so far this year, but I don't know how well they've used the diamond in one or the box in one. And I wonder if Ralph might go with the box in one to try to shut Stanley out tonight.
I feel they might well go with the box in one, and with the defensive talent that DeWitt possesses, I feel as though they put DeWitt on him.
Murray. I would think DeWitt's awful quick. We're saying Murray, but I would think DeWitt's a little bit better defensive player. But I guess we'll have to leave that one up to Ralph, since we three can't agree on who's going to do it.
We'll do that, Sid. We'll be back with more of tonight's pregame show in about 30 seconds.
On to the Princeton Tiger Bluefield Beaver basketball game. Red May back at the mic side right now. We're going to have all this for you. And we've had everybody else welcome aboard. Now we say welcome aboard to 9.5. Hi, Ed. We got Ann Meadow with us tonight. And Ann, we missed you at Mountain View.
I've missed you all the last three games, I guess. Mountain View, North Fork, and Greenbrier.
Well, now remember, Mountain View, the trip to Mountain View and up on Thomas Mountain would have been one of the thrills of your life. So you really
I've made that trip already once this year, and I think once a year is about all a person can really stand. It's such a tremendous view from up there, and such a glorious drive. I think one trip a year.
But Ann's been doing some scouting on the college level, where we'll get her tuned in on that a little bit. Bob, you got something on the JV game tonight, haven't you? Well, the last time Princeton Bluefield met, Bluefield JVs beat Princeton pretty handily. Tonight, Princeton came out, got ahead early, played an excellent ball game, and won the ball game 69-64. It got very close at the end. I think it got down to 1 point at one juncture.
and then Princeton came on and won it 69-64. For Princeton, David Livingston had 17 points. Jojo Harris had 13 points. Frank Jenkins had 12. Jeff Adams 10. And Jim Posey had 10 points to give 5 Princeton players double figures.
Okay, so maybe the Tigers can make it 2 tonight. By the way, the officials tonight out of the Kanawha Valley is Al Carey and Pete Kelly. And coming out of the Kanawha Valley. And what do you expect to happen?
I expected, I was talking with Mike Eades earlier today, and Mike and I decided it was probably going to be a real close game. You mentioned earlier the fact that a boxing one might be effective on Stanley Martin. I don't know whether you recall the last time Princeton and Bluefield met, Stanley Martin was doing a tremendous job on offense, and Stephon Murray entered the lineup. And Stephon was placed man-to-man on Stanley Martin, and I don't know what Stanley scored after that, but I know Stephon did do a super job on him. I'm sure that looking at the films from the last time they played Bluefield, Coach Ball has taken that into consideration and will probably use Stephon in some way.
Stephon may have trimmed him down.
That's true. And
Stephon is the happiest guy I know.
yeah, Stephon does do a lot of smiling.
I met him in the hallway back in the dressing room a while ago, going in. And he said, "Hey, Ken, how you doing?"
I don't know whether you noticed on his smile, he may have gotten it fixed. He caught an elbow in practice sometime earlier in the week, and his smile is minus a half a tooth now.
I noticed a little bit of a gap.
Right, so
I always stand off the side, so he's off the side of me, see, I don't. But Stephon is a real joy to have on a ball club, I think.
I would say he would be. He, like you say, he does smile a lot. He's a happy fella, but he's very intense. And that intensity, coupled with his excitement for life and the smile on his face, I'm sure, makes him a real good fella to coach.
One point I want to cover now, since the last time we saw the Beavers, they've got a couple of players no longer with their team. And I was looking just a moment ago, and Coach Andy Willis has only got 9 people in uniform out there tonight.
That's right. Well, before the last time, they lost before the name of White. And now they've lost Curtis Smalls and Al Vineyard. Vineyard scored 5 points in that last ball game. Curtis Smalls was expected to start, but he then changed the starting lineup at the last minute and inserted Dewey Baskins. And Baskins is still with the team tonight. But he has some personnel problems in terms of numbers.
Well, 9 players, if he gets some foul, he just doesn't have enough bench. And really, him, as a coach with only 9 players, it's tough to have a good scrimmage. And you're only as good as you practice.
Right. He does have some outstanding junior varsity players that I'm sure he uses quite a bit when he is practicing. But a varsity team practicing against a junior varsity team is not an ideal situation. Plus, in most coaching situations, a coach will go 8 players deep in the course of a ball game at least. You know, substituting a center, substituting a forward, substituting a guard. 8 players is about what a coach will go in his effective game.
That's for survival.
Right, that's just for survival. So, you know, that means they've only got 1 person to spend.
Now, you've got a couple of bills you've got to pay over there. I think we've got some guests there in the crowd tonight by Manhattan, haven't we?
Yes. 2 very special people. My mom and dad are over to see the game. They always enjoy watching all the students at Bluefield Princeton games with excitement. They followed that team last year quite a bit, followed them all the way to Morgantown. They haven't been able to follow quite as much this year due to weather, due to some other circumstances, but they are Princeton fans and enjoy Princeton basketball.
All right, and you had somebody else you're supposed to give a message to tonight.
Right. When I was talking with Mike Eades today in the gymnasium, he said to be sure and tell his mother hello over the radio. So we all 3 say hello to Mike's mother and wish she could be here watching Mike, but hope she enjoys listening to us speak about him on the radio.
Okay, we're just about ready for basketball, and we'll bring basketball to you. First of all, let's pause 30 seconds for this message.
For the band director one time during football season, we should do it again. And then mentioning the band director, let's give credit to the band. The step band is here and doing a heck of a job.
Right, I believe it's even the stage band, and Leon Landreth does a super job with these young people getting them ready for all the sports that Princeton High School fields. They did a tremendous job, I think, and personally, and I would like to thank them publicly for the job that they did for my girls during their season. And tonight, when Princeton came out, that band sure did give them a welcome, got the fans fired up, and it sounds great tonight.
Okay, they've introduced the starting Beavers, and we'll have Billy Baskin, Stanley Martin, Sammy Jones, Sammy Holly now, and Mike Dent. For the Beavers, for the Tigers, introducing football sophomore James DeWitt. And DeWitt goes out to a Roman crowd. Bill Harmon, the senior, starting for the Tigers. And Jimmy Miller goes out. The big junior wheelhouse to the outfield. And Jeff St. Clair goes out. By the way, today's paper called him a sophomore.
That's right, called he and Mike both sophomores.
Yeah, he and Mike Eades. And Mike Eades is going out. And, of course, we're supposed to call, if I can think of it, I'll call Mike Earl sometime tonight.
Right. Mike likes to be called Earl, and Jimmy likes to be called Magic.
How about Marty?
Magic Miller. Also has T-Bone dressed tonight.
Yeah, T-Bone said he had an off night in the JV game. Now he'd been overfed and he was a little heavy on his feet out there. That's what he told me in the dressing room earlier. Okay, we're ready for basketball. We'll have Mike Dent to jump against the Tiger Jimmy Miller as soon as they get out. The Tigers just now breaking their huddle and moving out to the center court. Of course, the Tigers out with St. Clair, Eades, Harmon, DeWitt, and Miller. And Miller and DeWitt, or Miller and Dent will jump it in the center circle. Dent is in, waiting on Miller. As Miller moves in, and the toss is up in the air, controlled by the Tigers. Eades pulls it in. Holmes waits for traffic to clear, gives it to St. Clair. Jeff will start the offense. Eades on the right side, wing position, looks underneath, gives it back outside to the point. The Harmon on the left side, goes to the corner, drops it to Miller on the low post in the lane, bang, and they got traveling on him. And they put the bench on him and squeezed him pretty hard and got a traveling call. And that should get Ralph Ball started pretty soon. As the Beavers come to the offense now, bringing it up forward will be Sammy Jones. As Jones on the point position, takes it to the far side to Holly. Back to Jones, firing the top of the key, no good. Rebound by Martin in the lane, fires good. Martin puts it up in the hand for Bluefield. They go on top, 2-0. As St. Clair brings it to the front court against the 2-3 zone by the Beavers. To the Witt on the wing left side. Back to St. Clair, top of the key. To Harmon. Drops it to Miller on the low post. Works all the way under. Puts it on the glass over. We got a whistle and a foul. And that will be called on Sammy Jones, I believe. It is on Jones. Number 1 on Jones. Team foul number 1 on the Beavers. 2-0 ball game. It'll be Tiger ball out of bounds. Did they call it fouling on the shot or on the move? And they're going to call it a shooting foul. Miller will be on the line to shoot 2 shots. 7:17 to play in the first quarter. Beavers on top 2-0. Miller fires. It's good. He'll have a second attempt. As Miller on the line, he'll fire one more. He'll put it up that big right hand. He's got it on the way, drops it. 2-2 ball game, and the Tigers will press. Martin with the ball in the backcourt for the Beavers. Gets it over to Holly. Holly moves it to the front court to Jones. Jones goes to the lane, has an offense out of bounds by Miller of the Tigers, and it will be Beaver ball. Martin will inbound it for them. Holds it high overhead and gets it way out front to Sammy Jones. Jones with the ball way out front, directing traffic underneath now. Leaves it for Baskin. To Jones, back to Baskin. To Martin, firing out of the corner off the iron, no good. Tipped up by Dent. As Mike Dent tips it up and in for the Beavers, puts it on top 4-2. A lot of hands on the ball. Dent control with muscle. As the Tigers come back, Keys on the right side, goes to the baseline in the corner, drops it into the Witt on the low post, has it taken away. Coming up with it is Baskins of the Beavers. Gives it to Jones. Sammy into the front court with it. Goes to Martin underneath on the baseline, puts it up, no good. Martin puts it up again, got it. Stanley Martin puts it back up for the Beavers. 6-2. Tigers trail by 4 now. Jeff St. Clair to the front court with it. Trying to get it to Eades. Has a knock loose. Picked up by Martin. As Martin comes down 4, feeds it over to Holly, and Holly puts it up. Good, we got a foul as Holly converted the layup and fouled by Jeff St. Clair. On St. Clair, that's foul number 1. Team foul number 1 on the Tigers. And that will put Sam Holly on the free throw line for the Beavers. He will shoot one shot. He puts it up. It's off the iron, no good. Rebound to Miller of the Tigers. 8-2. Tigers trails. They come to the offense now. Martin and DeWitt running into each other on the sideline. Coming up. They get free. Go back up forward. St. Clair with the ball. To DeWitt. Trying from way outside. Got it for 23-3. He puts it in. 8-4. James DeWitt. As the Beavers will bring it to the offense. Sammy Jones slowly to the front court. To the right side to Holly. Holly gives it back to Jones. Works to the top of the key. Down the lane. Fires on the iron. It drops. 10-4. Tigers trailing by 6 to St. Clair. Comes to the offense to the point position. Working against the 2-3 Beaver zone. To DeWitt in the corner left side. Back outside. St. Clair to Harmon. Goes to the near side of the corner. Firing out of the corner off the iron. No good. Rebound pulled down by Jones of Beaver. Jones brings it to the front court. Top of the key with it. St. Clair knocks it loose. St. Clair picks it up. Gets it to Eades. Eades into the front court with it. Now he waits for help to come up. As he waits for the traffic to go by. Eades now is the corner. Fires good. Eades from 18 feet. 10-6. Tigers trail by 4. 5:16 to play in the first quarter. As the Beavers will bring it to the offense. Sammy Jones controlling. To the left side. To Baskin. Baskin takes it toward the corner. He'll fire from 12 feet off the iron. No good. Rebound to Harmon of the Tigers. Clears it away from Bolton. The Beavers gives it to Miller. Miller holds it up to St. Clair. And Jeff will move it to the front court for the Tigers. St. Clair to the left side to DeWitt. Firing from 20 feet. Got it again. 10-8. Tigers within 2 now. Sammy Jones to the offense for Bluefield. Still on the dribble. Right hand dribble. Moves it toward the right side into the front court. The basket's on the near side. Back to Jones. To Grace. To Holly. Firing good as Holly puts it in from about 12 feet. Sam Holly. It's a 12-8. Beavers on top. As DeWitt into the front court. Eades in the lane. Firing off the iron. No good. Rebound pulled down by Baskin. The Bluefield. Gets it to Martin. Martin to the front court. Works to the lane. Goes down. Fires. Off the iron. No good. Rebound off. Eades. He is fouled by Martin. Martin, that's number 1. Team foul number 2 on Bluefield. 4:15 to play in the first quarter. 12-8. Tigers trail. Both teams opening up hot. Working hard now as St. Clair will move it to the front court for the Tigers after the out of bounds. Eades on the wing position right side. Looks underneath. Gives it back to St. Clair, top of the key. Starts it toward the left side. Now he goes to the left side with it to Harmon. Eades on the high post. Back to St. Clair, top of the key. Firing. Off the iron, no good. Rebound to Denton Beaver. To Martin. Martin into the front court on the dribble. Close it up. Now moves it into the corner to Baskin. Baskin gives it back out to Martin. Then they go to Jones. He'll set the offense. Baskin's on the left side. Baskin's back to Martin. Martin. Check it is Jones. Firing the lane. No good. Rebound to Dent. Knocked loose. Picked up by St. Clair. Harmon knocked it loose. St. Clair grabs it for the Tigers. As St. Clair comes down. Eades firing off the baseline. Good. Mike Eades. 12 feet right side. And we got a 12-10 ball game. Bluefield on top. Sammy Jones brings it to the front court against the 2-3 zone of the Tigers. Wally firing from outside, no good. Rebound underneath. Pulled down by Baskin to the Beavers. Gets it back outside to Jones. Jones looks underneath. Top of the key with it now. To the left side to Baskin. Firing, no good. Rebound to Eades and heavy traffic. Waits for traffic to clear. Gets it over to St. Clair. Jeff moves it to the front court for Preston. St. Clair on the point. Eades on the right side. Goes toward the baseline. They go to DeWitt in the lane. Fires, no good. Rebound picked up. All 4. Pulled down by the Beavers. Coming out with it is Jones. Jones into the front court. Drives into the lane. No good. Rebound to Miller of the Tigers. 10. As Eades on the line. He'll shoot 2 shots. Eades fires the first one. It is good. He'll have a second attempt. Eades fires with the right hand. Gets up, ordering to the line. Drops the left foot off and then moves into the basketball. Eades is ready. He fires. Good. 12-12. 5-ball game. And the Tigers will press. As Martin with the ball on the backcourt for the Beavers. Breaks the press with a dribble. Takes it to the front court down the left side. Still on the dribble with it. Looking underneath. Now he gives it over to the left side out front to Holly. To Jones. And Sammy will set the offense. Sebastian, left side. Back to Jones to Holly. Firing beside the key. Real good. Rebound. Pulled down by Miller of the Tigers. And it to St. Clair. St. Clair moves it to the front court now for the Tigers. Yes, to the Witt. The Witt drops it to Harmon on the baseline. Hooking off the baseline. Off the iron. No good. Rebound. Pulled down by Dent of the Beavers. Leads it out. They've got Holly at 3-on-3. Fast break. Martin goes down. Lays it off. To Baskin. We got a whistle and a foul on Eades. I believe it is. It is on Eades. And on Mike, that's foul number 1. Team foul number 2 on the Tigers. It'll be out to the Beavers on the baseline. As Martin will inbound it for them. The Beavers set them up on the left side of the free throw line. They bring it halfway out front to Jones. Sammy moves it to the left side. Down deep to Baskin. Into the lane to Dent. Firing off a high post. No good. Miller rebounds for the Tigers. To Eades. Eades into the front court. With it, the Tigers come to the offense. To St. Clair. Jeff on the dribble. To the left side. To the Witt. Firing from way outside. Off the front of the iron. No good. Ball lost out of bounds by the Beavers. As Dent trying to control the rebound. Could not get the handle on it. Dropped it out of bounds. Minute 47 to play in the first quarter. 12-12 ball game. Miller takes the inbound pass. Banks it in. Miller from 8 feet away. Puts it high on the glass and drops it. 14-12. Tigers on top. As Jones brings it to the front court for Bluefield. Against the 2-3 zone by the Beavers. Jones fires. Top of the circle. No good. Miller rebounds for the Tigers. Out to Eades. Eades into the front court with it. He's on the dribble with it, leads it for St. Clair. St. Clair on the point position will start the offense. To the Witt, left side wing. Back to St. Clair, top of the key. Trying to get it to Miller, throws it out of bounds. And we get a substitution first one tonight, and it'll be Stephon Murray coming in for Bill Harmon for the Tigers. Billy Martin seems to say, oh no, not him again. And the official come over and say something to the scorekeeper. The clock was stopped there, so it was a legal substitution, wasn't it?
Sure, I don't see why not.
So Jones brings it to the front court for the Beavers now. Trying to go underneath. We got a whistle underneath and a foul on Stanley Martin as he was pushing Bluefield. And Stanley threw the ball down, and now we got a technical foul. Ball on top of it to Martin. And on Martin, that is number 2. Team foul number 3. And the technical on top. Team foul number 4 is it? Team foul number 4. And then the technical tacked on top of it to Martin. Martin and Miller pushing, and Martin says he got called because he pushed back. Whatever. Miller on the free throw line. He'll shoot the technical right now. He puts it up. Oh, good. Rolls off. You know, Jimmy's missed technical foul so often that he's missed anything else. And now will be Tiger ball out of bounds midcourt. As it was not a 1-on-1 shot on the personal foul. As the official comes over to straighten out the scorebook.
I think they called it a 2-shot technical, and that I don't understand.
It can't be. It wasn't on the bench. Well, it had to be 2 technicals, but 2-shot technical on the floor.
Well, it must have been two technicals. Well, no, let's see.
Well, they're going to put Miller back on the line. Now, what are they doing?
They are going to put him back on the line.
Now they're taking St. Clair out. All right, they didn't Miller get a personal foul. It was not a 1-on-1 shot. How come, man?
It must have been a 1-on-1, and he missed the first one. But now they've got Jeff out there to shoot the
it's only 14 foul. St. Clair fires the technical. He hits that. 15-12, Tigers up. And now St. Clair is shooting another one. It is a 2-shot technical, I guess. I don't understand what they're doing. If St. Clair fires, it's good. And now Bluefield wants a timeout as Haney Willis wants to check this one out. So the minute 12 left to play in the first quarter. Princeton 16, Bluefield 12. We'll be back right after this. Interpretation now, what we didn't understand was that the personal foul, there was no free throw on that. There was a technical foul called on Stanley Martin on the floor. Jim Miller shot that technical foul and missed it. Then there was another technical foul called on the Beaver bench, which is a 2-shot technical coming from the bench. Jeff St. Clair shot that. He made the first one and missed the second one. Did I? All right, they made both of them. Okay. So St. Clair made both of the bench technicals. So now the score is 16-12. It'll be Tiger ball out of bounds, and we're ready for action. And St. Clair takes the inbound pass for the Tigers. To DeWitt, left side. To Miller, low post, works into the lane. Hooks off the iron, no good. Dent, rebound for the Beavers. Out to Martin. Martin goes to the front court with it. To the left side. It's over the corner court, back out front to Jones. Jones top of the key, looking underneath. Can't get anybody open, he moves it to Holly. And they come back to Martin on the baseline, goes under, lays all the way across, and Miller rebounds for the Tigers. As they come skating off the glass, Miller pinned it. Out to Eades. Eades into the front court with it for the Tigers. They'll hold it up. To DeWitt. DeWitt on the wing. Back to St. Clair, top of the key. 37 seconds to play in the first quarter. DeWitt. Eades works toward the baseline. Gets to Miller on the baseline. Knocked out of bounds off of the Tigers. It'll be Beaver ball in the back court. As Sam Holly will inbound it. He gets it in to Sam Jones. Jones will bring it to the front court with 29 seconds to play. 2-3 zone for the Tigers. Jones top of the key. To the left side to Baston. To the far side to Holly. He'll fire from 20 feet off the flange. No good. Tipped around. Walks down to Witt control for the Tigers. To St. Clair. 15 seconds on the clock, and Jeff brings it to the front court with 12 seconds showing. To the right side to Eades. Overhead. Gives it back to St. Clair, top of the key. Back to Eades. 6 seconds on the clock. As Eades goes to the lane. Fakes. Now he fires. Good. 1 second and the buzzer. At the end of the first quarter of play, the Princeton Tigers 18, the Bluefield Beavers 12. And we'll be back with more. First calls for this. Bluefield had 6 field goals. The difference was the 6 for 7 at the foul line for Princeton as compared to 0 for 1 at the foul line for Bluefield. And that the percentages sure do. Princeton was 6 for 13 this first quarter for a little under 50%. Bluefield shot a terrible 6 for 20, missing their last 10 shots of the quarter. So they were 6 for 10 going into those last 10 shots of the quarter, and then they were 0 for 10 the last 10 shots they took. Rebounding, they're about even, 10 rebounds apiece. Turnovers, Princeton has turned the ball over 5 times, Bluefield 3. All right, the Beavers control the tip. Martin takes it down, lays it up over. We got a whistle and a foul on the Witt. I thought Martin double-dribble. He lost control.
Yes, he did, and he was looking for a dunk.
Foul call on James DeWitt. That's number 1 on James. That'll put Martin on the line to shoot 2. That's team foul number 3 on the Tigers. 18-12, Tigers up early in the second quarter. Stanley Martin on the line for the Beavers. He'll shoot 2 shots. He tries the first one. It's in and out and in. He ran it and he rimmed it and rolled it and finally dropped it. So he'll have one more try here. He fires. It's good. 18-14. As St. Clair brings it back to the front court for the Tigers now. Jeff on the dribble with it. To the left side to the Witt on the wing. To St. Clair. To Eades on the near side. Moves inside now to the Witt on the far side. Drops it to Stephon Murray on the baseline. Stephon gets it way back outside to St. Clair. St. Clair top of the key to the Witt. Now the Stephon on the baseline goes around. And we got a traveling call. As he thinks the big man in the air went around him, but he was called for the travel. He got it in gear too soon. 18-14. Tigers on top. As Sammy Jones brings it to the front court for Bluefield. Top of the key with it. Now he'll fire from 20 feet. It's off the iron. No good. Rebound to Jimmy Miller. Out to Mike Eades. Eades on the run into the front court. Holds it up. Waits for some traffic to clear. To St. Clair. To the Witt. He'll fire from 20 feet far side off the iron. No good. Rebound. Brought down by Martin to Bluefield. Martin comes out. Brings it to the front court. Starts it to the baseline. Gets to the cross court on the pass to Jones, and Jones is fouled by DeWitt, I believe. I believe you're right. It is. That'll be the second foul. It is on DeWitt. That's number 2 on James. Team foul number 4 on the Beavers. And that will put Sammy Jones on the line to shoot 2 shots. 7:08 to play in the first half. Princeton 18, Bluefield 14. Jones fires. No good. He hit the back iron. He came out. He'll have another chance. Jones will fire one more. He's got it on the way. It's good. 18-15. Tigers for the offense now. St. Clair works it to the front court. 2-3 zone for the Beavers. DeWitt with the ball left side wing for the Tigers. Back to St. Clair on the point. To Miller on the high post, turning jump shot good. 12 feet away, Miller drops it. 20-15. As the Tigers on top. Sammy Jones for the offense for the Beavers. It's a 2 Baston. Firing from 20 feet. He's got it good. And he'll stop the play to bring the net down as he whistled it through and tied the net up. Gary Baston hitting his first outside one for the Beavers. 20-17. Tigers up to St. Clair to DeWitt on the far side. Gives it to Murray on the baseline. fakes, fires, no good. Rebound, pulled down by the Beavers. Martin comes to the front court with it. Gives it to the far side to Jones. Puts it up, no good. Jones rebounds, puts it up again, good. Sammy Jones brings the Beavers within one of the Tigers. 20-19. And Jeff St. Clair top the point with it. Miller goes to the lane, turning, spinning, has a knock loose. Picked up by the Beavers. Martin comes out with it. Martin leads the fast break down, runs over top of St. Clair. And they call him for turning the ball, traveling, rather than the foul.
He's done that several times here. I don't know what it is. He seems to bring either his first or second dribble up.
He gets a nice dribble with it. He dribbles hard, I think. So St. Clair brings it to the front court for the Tigers now. To DeWitt, right side. Drop it to Murray underneath. Murray fakes. Puts it a weak up. A traveling call.
Stephon couldn't believe that he was all alone.
Oh, he was wide open, wasn't he? 20-19. Tigers up by one with 6:06 to play in the first half. Jones will bring it to the front court now for the Beavers. Top of the key with it. To the left side, to Baston. Back to Jones. To the far side. To Holly. Holly back to Jones. Top of the key. Standing at top of the circle with it. To Baston. Back to Holly. St. Clair trying to get it. And Jones goes to the lane, fires, no good. Rebound, fought for, put back up by Martin, no good. Rebound to, oh, we got a whistle and a foul on Dent underneath on the Beavers. Jim Dent, or that's Mike Dent, Jim's son. That's number 1 on Mike. And team foul number 5 on the Beavers. That should put Miller on the line to shoot a 1-on-1. 5:41 to play in the first half. Princeton 20, Bluefield 19. Miller on the line now. They've got him ready with it. He'll fire with the right hand. 5:41 to play in the first half. 20-19. Tigers on top. Miller fires. Good. He'll have a second attempt. As Bill Harmon comes back in the ballgame for the Tigers, and Murray will come out. And Mike Eades comes out to say something to Jimmy Miller on the free throw line. Like he tells him, bring it off on my side, I can rebound. Of course, Mike Center beside Mike Dent, giving up about 7 or 8 edges. Miller fires, it's good. 22-19. Tigers up by 3 now, and they'll press as Martin inbounds it to Holly. Holly double teamed in the backcourt, and Miller intercepts the pass. Works on Martin, fires, got it. The Tigers drop off. They still got the press off. As they made a turnover now, Murray dropped the press off, and Jones gets it to the front court for the Beavers. 2-3 zone for the Tigers. Sebastian sits down on the high post, back outside to Jones. To Holly, far side, firing. Good. Sam Holly from 18 feet away dropped it. 24-21. Tigers up by 3 with 5:13 to play in the first half. DeWitt on the far side for the Tigers. Miller, low post, works on Dent, drop the bucket. Took it to the baseline, put it on the glass. Dent could not stop him. 26-21. Tigers up. As Jones working to the front court, comes by the bench to get some instructions from Coach Haney Willis. Down to the front court with it. To Holly, Sebastian firing, it is good. Sebastian, 12 feet, puts it in. 26-23. St. Clair to the front court. To DeWitt, firing the far side, good. It's DeWitt from 20 feet away. Puts it in for the Tigers. 28-23. Tigers up. As Jones brings it to the front court for Bluefield. Top of the key with it. To the left side. To Baston. To Dent. High post. Back to Baston's not loose. Out of bounds by DeWitt. And it'll be Beaver ball. As DeWitt and Baston tangled up there, fell into the crowd. It'll be out of bounds to the Beavers. They bring it in to Jones. Jones moves it toward the lane. To the far side to Holly. Firing off the flange. No good. We got a whistle and a foul on Bill Harmon. As he fouls Sam Holly. And that's number 1 on Bill. Team foul number 5 on the Tigers. 4:22 left to play in the first half. 28-23. Tigers up by 5. As Holly on the line fires his first free throw, it's good. He'll have a second attempt. On the line, Holly. Holly fires. It is good. 28-25. Tigers up by 3 as St. Clair brings it to the front court now. Point position. To the left side of DeWitt. To Harmon. Alone in the lane. Has a knock loose. We got a traveling call. 28-25, and Bluefield brings it to the offense. Jones dribbling to the left side. to Baskins, to Martin, low post, up in the middle, offensive foul on Martin, and Martin is beside himself, brings it out there, comes up goal, that's number 3 off Stanley. And they really jumped the offense, team foul number 6 on the Beavers. And the official is stopping play to clean the floor down here. As Mike Eades said, there's something on the floor, we need to get it off. Now he says it's all right, they've cleaned it off. And that's 3 on Martin. St. Clair brings it to the front court for the Tigers now. To Eades, side to the left side, off down, no good, tipped up by Miller, good, and Miller high in the air to stop it back with one hand and puts it in. 30-25, Tigers up. Jones to the front court for Bluefield. Top of the key, fires with the ball, off the front end, no good, Miller rips that ball away from Batson. Gives it out to St. Clair, they got Eades on the break, works on that, fires, good, he's fouled. Eades going to the acrobats to the circus act, put the ball high on the glass, drop it, and the foul by Pitt, and we got to slide out to Bluefield. 3:39 to play in the first half. Princeton 32, Bluefield 25. We'll be back right after this. Mike Dent, that is foul number 2, personal foul number 2, and Coach Andy Willis of the Beavers really, talking to the official, he is just upset, visibly upset with something he's seen out there. He thinks that something is going the wrong way, and he is very upset about it, and he's got a lot of vocal supporters there with him. And, of course, you wish it the other way.
You know, we might mention again, if Mrs. Eades is listening, then we might refer to that as Earl Eades making a very beautiful play. Right, that one is dedicated to his mother.
Okay.
He's probably listening to this game down around Charles. Probably so.
That's it.
No, he was showing me she lives out in the Glenwood area. Oh, right.
Earl was skywalking his way down the lane, flipped the ball high overhead, skipped it off the glass, and then bumped into...
Oh, we'll probably look at that on the film all day on Monday.
Yeah, we'll hear about it.
Oh, I'm sure.
32-25. Tigers up by 7. Eades on the line for 1 free throw. Eades 5. Off the iron, no good. And a foul on Harmon. As he went over Dent. That's number 2 on Bill. Team foul number 6. And I would say that foul was called mainly because of the lecture that Coach Willis just gave the official during the timeout. And really, we need to keep it in control. There's too many things that happen at these games. You cannot let this thing get too physical. The crowd gets involved.
Yeah, I think the game over Bluefield did get out of control just a little bit.
Okay, Mike, but this one does. Mike Dent on the line for the Beavers, fires his first free throw. It's good. 32-27. 26 it is. 32-26. 3:39 to play in the first half. It's Mike Dent on the line to shoot one more. He fires. It's good. And Bluefield moves within 5 of the Tigers. St. Clair to the offense for Princeton. Eades right side. Outside to St. Clair. Cross off the key with it. To the Witt on the far side. Up to the middle on the high post. Works on Dent. Fires over and good. 34-27. And Coach Willis is going with Martin even with 3 fouls during the first half. He got 3 fouls here in the first half. So the Beavers to the offense. Dent from the high post trying. Good. Mike Dent hits it from 15 feet. And they stop the time, stop the clock. He's pulling that down. 34-29. 3:09 to play in the first half. Preston to the offense. Jeff St. Clair on the dribble with it. To go to James DeWitt. Bill Harmon, low post, looking, no good. Rebound, front ball underneath. We got a whistle and a foul on Harmon. That's number 3 on Harmon. And the officials tightened up the calling on the bucket just since that timeout. So we get Stephon Murray off the bench for the Tigers, and the game and Harmon comes off.
Number 34, Stephon Murray.
And we'll have Martin on the free throw line for the Beavers. Stanley Martin will be on the line. Let's get a 1-on-1. He fires the first one. It's good. He'll have a second or two. 34-30. Tigers up by 4 with 2:59 to play in the first half. Martin fires. Good. 34-31. And the Tigers come to the offense, leading by 3 as St. Clair with the ball. Top of the key with it. To the left side to the Witt. The Witt back outside to St. Clair. Eades, right side, goes toward the baseline. Holds it up, gives it back outside to St. Clair, and they go to the Witt on the far side again. He'll fire from 20 feet off the iron, no good. Rebound to 10 of the Beavers. Hits it to Jones. Jones takes it to the front court for Bluefield. To Martin. Firing the side of the lane. Off the glass, no good. Didn't rebound. Puts it up, no good. Miller kicks it away. Goaltending. Call on Miller. 34-31, and the Beavers within one. I'm not sure that shot would have gone if it was left alone, but he nailed it, so they called it. He drew the ball in the front court for Princeton. To St. Clair, fires from 20 feet off the iron, no good. Miller rebounds in traffic, puts it back up and in. Jimmy Miller. The Tigers on top by 3 with 2:19 to play in the first half. Jones to the front court for Bluefield. The left side to Baskin, firing, no good. Rebound to Murray, tied up by Holly, and they'll jump it. And they call a personal foul now on Holly. One of the other officials called a foul. That's number 1 on Holly. And I can imagine Willis upset with that. I don't blame him a whole lot on that one. So I don't know. Let's see. Like, you're going to call a foul. You better call it immediately. You can't wait till they call a jump in line up. I call a foul. That's not right. So Murray on the line for the Tigers. He fires his free throw good. He'll have a second set. Still got that ball, hasn't he?
Oh, he still got that for him. He ought to pass that.
Oh, Chevron. He'll put a copyright on that and sell stock, probably. He fires again. Too hard off the flange. Rebound pulled out by Dent of the Beavers. And Murray takes it away, kicks it out of bounds. And it'll be out to the Beavers in the backcourt. 37-33. Tigers up by 4. 2:09 to play in the first half as Bluefield comes to the offense. Jones, dribbling, brings it to the front court for Bluefield. 2-3 zone for the Tigers. As Jones with the ball top of the key. To the left side to Gray. Back outside to Jones, goes down the lane, firing. St. Clair tips the ball away. Eades comes down with it. Eades under the front court, runs over top of somebody. They got a traveling call. And really run over top of Baskin, traveling call on Eades. So, well, actually, I think Baskin went down, but he went down before Mike Eades ever got there. As Bluefield comes to offense now, Sammy Jones to the front court with it. Gives it to Baskin, left side to Martin. Drives the baseline, fires off the iron, no good. Rebound to Dent, puts it up good. Mike Dent puts it back up and in for Bluefield. 37-35. Tigers up by 2. St. Clair to the front court for Princeton. To the left side. Cabello on the high post. Fires. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, front ball. We got a whistle at the foul on Murray. I'm sure he climbed Dent's claim good. It is on step on. That's number 1 on step on. As he used Dent for a step ladder, didn't he?
Foul on Tiger number 34.
And that's number 1 on step on. That'll put Mike Dent on the free throw line for the Beavers. He'll shoot a 1-and-1. 37-35, a 2-point ball game. A minute 26 to play in the first half. Mike Dent's playing excellent ball game for the Bluefield Beavers in the first half. As Dent fires the first free throw good. Boy, he whistled that one in there. He bounced it one time and put it on a direct line and whistled it into the net. He'll have a second attempt at it. He can tie it up 37-36 right now. And Dent fires good. Tie ball game, 37-all. A minute 26 to play in the first half as St. Clair comes to the front court with the ball for the Tigers. To the right side to Eades. Works it toward the baseline. Gives it back outside to St. Clair. He'll fire 20 feet off the iron. No good. Rebound. Pulled out by the Beavers. Bringing it out there is Holly. Into the front court. He'll fire in the lane. Off the flank. No good. Rebound to Murray of the Tigers. They double team him. Gets it out to St. Clair. And the Tigers on the run. Into the front court with it. St. Clair to the near side of the Whit. He'll fire 12 feet off the iron. No good. Rebound. Picked up by the Whit. Clears across to the baseline. Fires. Rebound to Murray. Puts it up. Good. We got a... No good. No good. Traveling call. Traveling call. Bucket no good. 54 seconds to play in the first half. 37-37. Bluefield has the ball. Willie Baskins inbounds it to Sammy Jones, and Sammy brings it to the front court. Top of the key. Goes to Martin on the baseline. Puts it up no good. We got a goaltending call. Goaltending on Jimmy Miller. And it wouldn't have got there either. No, look. The first shot's been low and short. So the Beavers go on top, 39-37. As the Tigers come to the front court with 38 seconds on the clock. St. Clair with the ball top of the key to the Whit on the far side wing. They may play for the one shot. And go ahead at halftime with the tie if they can get it. St. Clair with the ball out front. Eades on the near side. Eades back to St. Clair, top of the key. He's out between the circles. Eades on the near side. 17 seconds on the clock. St. Clair with the ball now. Dribbles one time, goes to the Whit. on the far side on the wing. Gives it back outside to St. Clair. 9 seconds now to start the play. Eades firing the baseline good. 4 seconds on the clock. And they come into Martin. 2 seconds flying from midcourt. No good. No work close. So at the end of the first half of play, the Princeton Tigers 39. The Bluefield Beavers 39. And then that second quarter, the Beavers come back and burn the Tigers with 27 big points. And the Tigers getting 21. So the Beavers putting a big quarter on the board right there to knock the score at halftime 39-39. We'll be back. First pause for this. Halftime score, the Bluefield Beavers 39, the Princeton Tigers 39. The Tigers will be in action next Tuesday night at Parkersburg High School. They travel to Parkersburg to take on the Big Red. Of course, the Big Red, well noted this past week for giving Logan the first defeat of the season by 1 point at Logan. And, of course, then Logan lost another game to Williamson right after that. Of course, I guess they were in shock from that Parkersburg loss. The reason they lost the second one, they don't do that often nowhere. So the Tigers will travel to Parkersburg next Tuesday night. If you can't be there at the ball game, join us on WAEY Radio. We'll bring it to you as much as we can. The score here tonight, Bluefield 39, Preston 39. In the first quarter, the Tigers got 18 points, with 21 more with it in the second quarter for a halftime total of 39. Bluefield 12 points in the first quarter, 27 in the second quarter for a halftime total of 39. We'll be back with the stats. First pause for this. 39-39 as the Tiger State band whooping it up over on the far side, giving everybody all kinds of calculations. And are you ready yet?
I certainly am. Princeton had a much better half shooting-wise. They were 15 for 32 from the floor, shooting 47%, as compared to Bluefield, shooting only 14 for 38, for 37%. So, I still have to go back to that dry spell that Bluefield had the last 10 shots of the first quarter, and then they missed the first 2 shots of the second quarter. So that meant they missed 12 shots in a row, and that, I believe, late in the game will probably take its toll, because that's a long time to go without scoring a bucket. Bluefield is out-rebounding Princeton 22-17, and Princeton is leading in the turnover column 11, as compared to Bluefield turning the ball over 6 times. A couple of those calls on Princeton is large enough to dunk the basket.
Wilson Stickle.
What?
Stickle. You remember all that?
Really, I would say, the girl was a freshman. I would say by her senior year she'll be done.
All right, we're ready to go. The Tigers take the opening kickoff. Tip-off. The Eades goes down in heavy traffic. Ball knocked away. Picked up by the Beavers. As the Beavers come out with it now as we start the second half with 7:50 to play in the third quarter, 39-39. As in the front court with Martin firing out of the corner for the Beavers, puts it on top. He's got it from 20 feet. 41-39 as the Tigers come to the offense. St. Clair on the dribble with it. 2-3 zone for the Beavers. As St. Clair dropped it to Witt. Has a shot blocked by Dent. Picked up by Eades. Eades gives it back outside to St. Clair. Top of the key to the left side to Murray. Trying to get it to Eades. Has a knock loose and out of bounds far side. And the officials say Preston. They really didn't know which way to call it. Well, it was knocked out by the Bluefield Beavers. And Stanley Martin confused everybody because he called it for Bluefield. The officials stand there looking at each other. So the Tigers go to the offense again. They went with the ball. Goes to the corner. Dropped it to Murray on the baseline. Jump shot no good. Rebound to Dent of the Beavers. Puts it over to Jones. Jones to the front court with it. Dribbling into the lane. Fires. Miller blocks the shot. Takes the ball away. Gives away at Dent. Fouls him. That's number 3 on Dent. And that gets oil boiling a little bit already. 41-39. Tigers trail by 2 with 7:03 to play in the third quarter. St. Clair with the ball for the Tigers as they come to the offense. St. Clair at the top of the key. To the left side to Eades. Works on Martin. Gives it back outside to St. Clair. To Murray on the wing right side. Back to St. Clair on the point. To the Witt on the left side. Fires, he is fouled. And that foul will be called on Billy Baston. And it'll be a shooting foul, so that'll put the Witt on the line for the Tigers. That's number 2 on Baston. Team foul number 2 on the Beavers. As James DeWitt on the free throw line for the Tigers, he fires. It's good. He'll have a second attempt. 41-40. Beavers lead by 1. As DeWitt fires. No good. Off the flange. Murray rebounds in the lane. Gets it back outside. DeWitt picks it up. drives the lane, drops it to Miller on the baseline, goes under, lays it up, no good. We got a whistle. Offensive foul on Miller. As Miller laid it on the flange, it will roll across and off, and Miller called for the foul. That's number 1 on Jimmy. Team foul number 1 on the Tigers. 41 to 40. Tigers trail as Bluefield comes to the offense. As Martin with the ball on the baseline, puts it up and in. Stanley Martin on the back door, got it open, put it in. A good pass from Jones on the far side. As the Tigers come by, trailing by 3. Eades with the ball. St. Clair, top of the key. To Murray, far side wing position. To St. Clair, firing with top of the key, no good. Rebound to Miller in the lane. Fires over Dent, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Beavers. Pulling it down is Jones. Jones hands it off to Holly. Holly into the front court with it. Give it to Baskins. Baskins to Martin. Back to Baskins to Holly. He'll fire up the side of the key off the flange. No good. Rebound pulled down by the Tigers as Miller controls. Out to St. Clair. Jeff into the front court with it. Works around Baskins. The Eades firing out of the corner. In and out. No good. Murray rebound. Puts it up on the iron. No good. Tip once. No good. Rebound pulled out by Martin the Beaver. Martin moves it out of traffic. Holds it on the far side. And leaves it for Holly. He'll bring it to the front court. Holly left side. Gives it to the near side to Baskins. To Martin deep in the corner. Back outside. To Baskins firing. Good. Let Jenner hit that out. I was Baskins hit that. As St. Clair gives it to the front court, top of the key with it. To Miller, way outside on the wing. Holds it overhead, gives it back to St. Clair, top of the key to Eades on the near side. Trying to shot, Baskins knocks it loose and out of bounds. It'll be Tiger ball. 45-40, the Tigers down by 5 now. With 5:15 left to play in the third quarter. As inbound pass, we'll do it over again. I had somebody on the floor. So Eades will inbound it for the Tigers. And he inbounded 2 games to Witt. Hands it to Jeff St. Clair. Gives it back to Eades. St. Clair top of the key. The Witt on the far side wing. The Miller on the baseline. Firing good. Miller works the baseline. Puts it up and in. 45-42. Tigers down by 3. As Holly brings it to the front court.
That was Princeton's first field goal of the half. They were 1 for 9.
As the Beavers come back with Martin hitting off the baseline. Martin puts it up and in. 47-42, and the Beavers lead by 5. It's the Witt with the ball. Brings it to the front court to St. Clair. Eades on the wing right side to St. Clair top of the key. Firing 20 feet off the iron, no good. Rebound the front floor. We got a whistle and a foul. Is that on Martin? I believe it is. Number 4. It is on Stanley Martin. That's number 4 on Martin. What Martin does, he gets underneath there and he comes out with the ball, but he has an awful lot of contact when he's underneath, and he really has no complaint. So the inbound pass to Eades, to St. Clair, top of the key. To Eades on the wing, back to St. Clair. They go to Miller on the high post, fires out of the lane, no good. Rebound front for Murray, scrambling forward, balls on the floor, picked up by DeWitt. Fires off the baseline, good. James DeWitt.
They are continuing to help with Stanley Martin. He's got 4 fouls, hasn't he?
Yes, they are. 47-42. Taylor the ball, high post for the Beavers. Turn around, jump shot off the iron, no good. Rebound, front full, brought down by Martin. Hooks it up, no good. Tipped up. And in by Sammy Jones. Jones puts it back up and in for the Beavers. 49-44. The Beavers hold on to that 5-point lead. 3:59 to play in the third quarter. DeWitt with the ball, firing out of the far corner, good. DeWitt from 20 feet puts it in. 49-46, a 3-point lead for the Beavers. As Sammy Jones works it to the front court for the Beavers. To Holly. Holly gets double teamed, gives it back to Jones. He's looking underneath. As they're looking for Martin on the back door. Now they got Martin in the corner. Fires over top of Eades, off the iron, no good. Rebound to the Witt of the Tigers. Holds it. Now to St. Clair. St. Clair brings it to the front court. Still on the dribble with it. Top of the key. To the left side to Eades. Eades touches underneath to Miller on the post. Miller fires no good. Rebound to Martin of the Beavers. Gets it out on the run to Jones. Jones goes into the lane. Hooks it back to Baskins. We got a whistle offensive foul off Sammy Jones. That's number 2 on Jones. Team foul number 4 on the Beavers. They want a foul with Dyer Club on the floor. 49-46. We got a 3-point ball game. Tigers trailing. 3:17 left to play in the third quarter.
And they've taken Stanley Martin out of the ball game temporarily.
And they've got in Odell Martin. Is that his brother?
I believe it is. It looks like it.
Okay, the Tigers to the offense. Miller on the low post. We got a whistle on a foul. And it's on Mike Dent. Hampering Jimmy Miller. That's team number Four on Dent.
Number 4 on this, team foul number 5.
Okay, number 4 on Dent, team foul number 5 on the Beavers. This Bluefield team is they're in foul trouble for sure right now. They only have 9 players tonight, and they got 2 of them already with 4 fouls. We'll have Miller on the line to shoot a 1-on-1, and the Beavers want a timeout, and deservedly so. 3:08 to play in the third quarter. Bluefield 49, Princeton 46. We'll be back right after this. 49, Princeton 46. And when you're a coach and you got your 2 big men with 4 fouls each, what do you say in the timeout?
You say, let's don't get our 3 big men in foul trouble. This is such a touchy situation for a coach. You don't know whether to put one in, and with one of your better players out, then that other one has to play a little harder and possibly get that foul where he wouldn't. Plus, you might put those fellas in, and they may make it to the end of the game. You may put them in, and they may make it 10 seconds. You don't want to take a foul home with them and sitting on the bench, but at the same time, you don't want to put one in there and have him foul out in 10 seconds, and then at the end of the game, really need it.
Okay, Miller on the line for the Tigers. He fires, it's no good. Rebound pulled down by the Witt in the lane. Fakes, fires, good. As Sam Morphus in the ball game for the Beavers, Mike can't get the rest.
The Bluefield has a little bunch in there now.
As the Beavers to the offense now. Jones with the ball on the corner far side outside the Baskins. And he does give it back to Jones as they may try to eat some clock. They're firing the ball right now. Here's Baskins, so good. Rebound pulled down by St. Clair. Out to the Witt on the lead. Goes down. Fakes, lays it up. He is fouled. And that foul will be on Billy Baskins. That's number 3 on Baskins.
I believe at this point I would be eating some clock.
I think I would too.
Brother, I'd like to take about 5 minutes off if I was Coach Willis.
As James DeWitt on the free throw line for the Tigers now. 49-48, Tigers trail by 1. DeWitt fires the free throw, no good. He'll have a second attempt. He was fouled in the act of shooting. As DeWitt ready, he fires. Good. 49-49, and the Tigers will press. As Holly has the ball in the backcourt, gets it to Morphus. Morphus on the dribble with it. Into the front court to Baskin. Baskin gives it to Holly. Starts to the lane with it. Gives it to Jones. And now to Baskin. To Holly. Holly on the near side. Gives it back to Baskins. And Coach Andy Wilson says, no, get it out farther. Spread it out. Let's see a little more clock than that. And the pass now to Holly. Holly on the near side. It goes all the way across court to Sammy Jones. Jones way out front. Brings it back to Baskins. Back to Gray. Into Morphus on the corner. Out front with it to Baskins. To Morphus deep in the corner right side. He leaves it for Holly. And Holly brings it way back outside the Baskins again. They're working a very delay, trying to eat the clock. He goes across court with it to Jones. Jones comes dribbling across center court. Out between the circles. Now he's out in the center circle. Now he takes it toward the lane. Leaves it for Holly. Holly goes across the lane. Gives it to Jones. And Jones holds it high overhead, looks underneath. Jones outside with it. On the dribble with it now. Moves it to the corner to Martin. Gives it right back to Jones. And they're going to spread out into a full corner. As Holly with the ball. The Morphus on the wing, left side. Gives it to Holly. Holly on the dribble, deep in the corner to Martin. Gives it right back outside to Holly. He is fouled. Sam Holly, fouled by Mike Eades. And on Eades, that's foul number 2. Team foul number 2 on the Tigers. It'll be out of bounds to the Beavers. And now the Tigers want a timeout. So they can talk over the situation. A minute 22 to play in the third quarter. Bluefield 49, Princeton 49. We'll be back right after this. We're talking about college girls basketball. Man saying that they do not use the 10-second retraining line, and they have a 30-second clock.
Right. From the time the team gets possession of the ball, they have 30 seconds to shoot the ball. If it's skipped out of bounds and not controlled by the other team, they get it back with whatever's left on that 30-second clock. And it makes a much faster type of game. It's a lot like the clock used in the pros.
Okay, we're ready to go now. As the Beavers will have it out of bounds on the far side as Sammy Jones steps out to inbound it. And check out Billy Baskin will inbound it. He inbounds it to Sammy Jones. Sammy in the front court with it. Brings it across court from the side to Holly. Firing out of the lane, good. Sam Holly puts the Beavers on top, 51-49. As St. Clair works it to the front court for the Tigers now. The Beavers in a man-to-man defense. As DeWitt with the ball on the wing left side. Goes the middle on the low post. Works the baseline, fires, no good. Rebound, front forward, knocked loose there, and we'll have a jump ball. Stephon Murray had a hand on it, knocked it loose. One of the Beavers tied him up. It'll be Baskins, I believe. So it'll be Murray and Baskins to jump in the Tiger free throw circle.
The biggest fella Bluefield has in there right now comes a little past Jimmy Lowe's shoulders as they're lined up there on for that jump off.
As the whip controls the tip to Jeff St. Clair. Jeff St. Clair falls down, still controls the dribble. Jeff on the move with it now up to the right side to Eades on the wing. Looks underneath. As the whip moves over to the high post, north to the low post, they go to Miller. He puts it on the floor, puts the shot up, no good. Murray rebounds, puts it up, no good. Foul call on 33. On 33, that's the fourth foul. They call that foul on Austin to Bluefield. Yes, they did. I guess that'll put Stephon Murray on the free throw line for the Tigers. They shoot a 1-on-1. I didn't see that.
I thought there was a foul.
I thought Murray was over his back.
Well, it looked like Stephon had a little room in there, and as they came down, the fella kind of grabbed onto his arm to stay up there a little longer.
So Stephon puts up the first shot, no good. Rebound by the whip, puts it back up and in. Tigers tied up, 51-51. As Stephon Murray missed the free throw, the whip rebounds it up and in. And now the Beavers come to the offenses. Holly with the ball, gives it to Odell Martin. Odell puts it up and in for the Beavers. They got him open on the back door. 53-51, 25 seconds to play in the third quarter. Tigers trailing. St. Clair with a whip. Wing position right side. The Miller low post. Works the baseline. Slams up. Jimmy Miller slam dunks it for the Tigers. 53-53. 8 seconds on the clock. As Sammy Jones brings it to the front court for Bluefield. Fires the top of the key. The Wick got a piece of it at the buzzer. So at the end of the third quarter of play, Bluefield 53, Princeton 53. We've got one more quarter to play, and that will decide it. And in that third quarter, the Beavers got 14 points, and of course the Tigers got 14 points. So 53-53, we'll be back with more. Let's pause for this. All right, we got 8 minutes of basketball left. And does Haney bring his people back in now as big men?
It doesn't look like he's going to. Both those fellows are standing up. Neither one of them seem to be taking the jackets off to go in. I would say he'll try to burn down about 4 minutes in that clock.
Okay, the Tigers come out with St. Clair, Eades, Murray, DeWitt, and Miller. The Beavers come out with Morphus, Odell Martin, Sammy Jones, Jerry Baskins, and Sammy Holly. The jump center will be Odell Martin. And is that a mismatch? He'll jump against Jimmy
He's
Miller.
the fellow I was talking about that barely came over Jimmy Miller's shoulder.
They're ready. As Martin moves in, Miller moves in. Tip control by the Tigers as the whip throws it down in the back court. It's St. Clair in the front court. Jeff puts it on the floor, and he'll start the offense. The Beavers in a man-to-man defense. Eades works on Morphus. Goes to the baseline, fires. It's on the iron. No good. Tipped up by Miller. Good. Miller picks it up and in for the Tigers. 55-53. Tigers up. As the Beavers come to the front court. Holly with the ball. Shooting out of the lane. No good. Rebound to Eades and heavy cutting on the baseline. As Holly puts pressure on. Eades clears it away. Takes it to the front court. To the Wick. Goes to the baseline. Drops it to Murray on the give and go. Murray got it. As Murray on a beautiful feed from the Wick. 57-53. The Tigers out by 4. As Dent gets off the bench to come back in for the Beavers. As Haney says he can't wait any longer. As Sammy Jones brings it to the front court for Beaver. Outside with it. Starts it into the lane. Goes down. Dives the Wick. Drops the shot away. A foul on the Wick. Number 3 on James. Team foul number 3 on the Tigers. And Mike Dent will come back in for the Beavers. Stanley Martin's also off the bench. He's coming back in with both of us.
I believe Stanley Martin went in on his own initiative. I don't believe Coach Willis put Stanley Martin back into the game.
Well, they got 5 out there, so they've got
way down the bench to him.
They got Stanley Martin, Mike Dent, Sammy Jones, Billy Baskins, and Sam Holly. Sam Jones tries the free throw, no good. We'll have a second one there. 57-53. Tigers up by 4 with 7:12 to play in the ball game. Sammy Jones on the line to shoot the second of the 2-shot foul. He fires. It is no good. Rebound to Stephon Murray of the Tigers. To Jeff St. Clair. Into the front court to Miller. Fires from 20 feet. Solid. He picked it off the glass. Dropped it in. 59-53. As Stanley Morton works it to the front court for Bluefield. Gives it outside to Holly. Holly to Jones. And Stanley goes to the top of the key. Back to Holly. Holly drops in the corner of Martin. Firing from 20 feet. All the way across. No good. Rebound. Front four on the floor. We got a tie ball. It's tied up. It'll be Murray to jump against Dewey Baskins. As the air ball came all the way across and hit the floor, Murray running it down in a front race with Dewey Baskins and the heavy jump ball. They're jumping in the Beaver free throw circle. Stefan is in. Baskins is in. Hit control by the Tigers as Miller picks it up. Gives it to Jeff St. Clair, and the Tigers will move it to the offense. Jeff St. Clair calling instructions as the Beavers in a man-to-man defense. Miller with the ball, high post. Works on Dent, goes to the baseline, fires, over off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound to Martin. Stanley out on the run for the Beavers. Come down, works, holds up, fires from 15, off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled out by Murray. Out to St. Clair, he's on the run into the front court with it. Drives into the lane, goes around, plays it up, no good. Rebound pulled out by the Beavers. Coming out with it is Holly. Goes down court, goes it to Jones, throws it out of bounds. It'll be Tiger ball. Somebody's going to settle this thing down now. 59-53, Tigers up with 6:12 left to play. As St. Clair brings it to the front court for the Tigers. They're on the offense. As Jeff on the dribble with it. Man-to-man defense from the Beavers. They go to Miller, low post, works on bench. Hits off the shot. Picks up by Murray in the lane, gets to the whip, hits the shot up, no good. Rebound, comes out to Martin. Stanley into the front court with it. Eades cuts him off, drives to the baseline. We got a whistle on a foul on Eades. I think it may be DeWitt. I think it's Eades though. And it is on Eades, and the Tigers want a timeout. That's foul number 3 on Mike Eades. So it's 5:52. That's team foul number 4 on the Tigers. So 5:52 left to play in the ball game. Princeton 59, Bluefield 53. We'll be back right after this. Stanley Martin on the free throw line for the Beavers as we get the ball back in action. They'll be shooting a 1-1. He was fouled on the drive. I don't care if they have a 1-1. Well, if he's not, then it will not be a shot. They'll be out of bounds. Okay, that's what they call it. It'll be out of bounds on the baseline. Martin will inbound it as the Beavers set up for him, parallel to the lane left side. As Martin pulls the trigger on it and gets it to the far side to Holly. Holly on the wing, on the dribble slice. Gives it outside to Jones. He gives it right back to Holly. They come across court to Baskin. To Martin in the corner with it. Has an off-loop by Eades. Picked up by St. Clair. We got a whistle on a foul. And that's off Big Baskin, I believe. And it'll be 5 on Big. And we'll get Crawford into the ball game and play for Big Baskin. So it's 5. St. Clair fires. It's good. He'll have a second attempt. St. Clair will have one more attempt. He fires. It's good. 61-53. And the Tigers are pressing now. Martin inbounds it to Holly. Runs over top of Eades. We got a blocking foul on Eades, and Holly may be injured. Well, I hope not. He may have landed on his arm. May have landed on his left elbow. That's foul number 4 on Mike Eades. Team foul number 5 on the Tigers. As they're out looking at Sam Holly right now. They're looking at a knee. I thought he came down clutching his arm. Now they're looking at his left leg. So maybe on the knee. So while they're working on this, we got 5:40 left to play in the ball game. Let's take 30 seconds to pause for this message. Still looking at Sam Holly's knee out there. Now they've got one of the rescue squad paramedics looking at him to maybe it's a severe contusion or bruise. We hope it's nothing more than that. And it'd certainly be a severe blow to the Beaver team if this young lad cannot continue. As he's still lying right across the Princeton free throw line. And Sammy Jones mopping his face with a towel for him. And now they're going to... Well, one of the rescue squad men left. Are they going after a litter? Certainly. I believe they are going. You just can't tell. That's terrible. As he was trying to dodge around Eades, and he and Eades made contact, but I think as he was trying to dodge Eades, he was trying to jump around him, and he must have landed on that left knee. I thought he landed on his left arm and elbow, by the way I saw him roll over. He must have landed on his knee. And a severe bruise has resulted. And while he's still lying out there, they're attending Chuck Martin, the assistant coach. Haney Wilson just out there, and he came back over to talk with Johnny Shamar, the athletic director of Beavers. And they're still conferring about it, and hopefully that. And now they're talking to George Earps, who's principal of Beaver High School, as he moves down to say something to Johnny Shamar. And now they've got Holly sitting up.
Right, it appears they're asking Mr. Earps to call his parents and see whether they want him taken on over to the Bluefield Hospital or whether he should be taken to the Princeton Hospital.
Yeah, just I read it. He said evidently the way he got dislocated kneecap.
Possibly, or you know, a lot of times, right, with the knee, you don't want to take any chances. It could be nothing more than a
severe bruise.
Right, it could be a bruise or cramp up under that kneecap or something like that.
I had a kneecap dislocated one time, and it didn't hurt near as bad as it scared me. See, that cap went over on the side of my knee, and a doctor came in, grabbed my leg, put a hand on it, and said, "My goodness, what happened to your shoulder?" I looked at my shoulder, he twisted my leg, and kneecap went back in place, and I don't know what happened. It was sore, but it didn't hurt. Now they got Dewey up, and they got him, they got Sammy up, and he's walking with help, as coaches Chuck Martin gets help. Now Johnny Shamar helping take him off, as he's keeping the left leg up. And he's leading the floor. They're taking him direct to the dressing room. And that is a devastating blow to the Beavers. And certainly a very unfortunate one. And certainly one that we hope is not continuing a lingering hurt. We hope that Sammy gets healed very quickly and able to return to the Beaver lineup, especially in time for a tournament. Now the Beavers will have to make a substitution, so who are they going to send in? 61 hours. They got a lean bench anyway, putting in Odell Martin. Odell's coming in. Now the Beavers only had 9 men here tonight. Now they've lost Holly on injury. They've lost Baskins on fouls. They've got 7 men left. They've got Martin playing with 4 fouls. They've got Dent playing with 4 fouls. So they could run short of ball players. Odell Martin will shoot the free throw for Holly. He fires the first one. It is no good. Rebound pulled down by the Tigers as Murray pulls it down. Puts it to Eades. Mike works it to the front court, down the right side, on the dribble of the left hand, goes into the lane, fires over Dent. We got a whistle traveling call. That turns it over to the Beavers. 5 minutes, 32 seconds left to play in the ball game. And the Beavers have the ball. 61-53. Tiger lead. As Sammy Jones will bring it to the front court for the Beavers. Top of the key with it. To the right side to Martin. Goes to the corner. Murray hits him off. Now he backs away and fires. Off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Miller of Tigers. Miller of the Tigers. Gives it out to the Witt. Flips it right back to St. Clair, and takes it to the front court. On the dribble with it as the Beavers in a man-to-man defense. The Witt drops it to Miller on the high post as Miller holds it overhead looking underneath. Works on Dent, now fires over and good. Miller puts it in from 16 feet away. 63-53. Tigers up by 10 with 4:57 to play in the ball game. Sammy Jones to the front court to Morphus, left side. Come back on the near side to Martin and back to Jones. To Morphus takes the shot, goes to the baseline. Gives it back outside to Jones. On the dribble, to the top of the key. Leaves it for Martin on the near side. Fires over top of St. Clair. We got a foul on St. Clair. And on Jeff, that'll be foul number 2. Team foul number 5, 6 on the Tigers. It's a shooting foul anyway, so we'll have Stanley Martin on the free throw line. Jimmy Miller with 28 points for the night so far. Big night work for us. Martin on the line for the Beavers. Fires with the left hand, in and out, no good. He'll have a second attempt. 4:42 left to play in the ball game. 63-53. As the Beavers have missed 4 free throws in the fourth quarter. Martin fires again, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Witt. That's the 5th free throw the Beavers have missed here in the fourth quarter. St. Clair to the front court with it for the Tigers. Moves it to the top of the key. To the left side to the Witt. To Miller on the low post. Fires over Dent off the iron, no good. Rebound, front court pulled down by Dent. Gets it outside to Jones, and Sammy takes it to the front court for Bluefield. Sammy gives to Martin, has it intercepted by Murray of the Tigers. Back to St. Clair. St. Clair to Eades, firing the baseline. Off the iron, no good. Rebound. Picked up by Martin of the Beavers. As Stanley comes it out to the front court. He is fouled by St. Clair.
That looks like a rolling block.
Yeah. He fouled. I wasn't much down. We wasn't anything said about that one. He fouled him. And the Tigers want a timeout. So with 4:10 left to play in the ball game, Princeton 63, Bluefield 53. Let's pause for this. 4:10 left to play in the ball game, 63-53. Tigers up by 10. And as we get back, we'll have Stanley Martin on the free throw line for the Beavers. What's Martin's total for the night? Bob, do you have anything?
16 points.
16 for the night.
Bluefield has missed five pass shots in this fourth quarter and have not hit a bucket. So they just haven't scored this fourth quarter.
Cannot win ball game. That's right. They had the 53 in the third quarter. Tigers scored 10. The Beavers have not scored in the 4 minutes or 3 minutes and 50 seconds to date. Long drive, Phil. As Martin on the line for the Beavers, he'll shoot a 1-and-1. He fires the first one. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Eades of the Tigers. Gets it to St. Clair. And Jeff will take it to the front court as Morphus puts the pressure on for the Beavers. St. Clair top of the key. Left side to Eades in the corner. Drops it to Miller, low post. Works across the lane. Puts it up and in. He is fouled. And he's fouled by Dent. That'll be number 5 on Mike Dent. And Miller puts his 30th point in for the night. And he'll have a chance to add one more. And Mike Dent has fouled out for the Beavers. Now Martin was posing to help. And his foul could have went either way. And I'm sure that Tigers did that on purpose. They sent it to Miller on the low post with the intention of drawing the foul.
Oh, I'm sure that was intentional because either way, like you said, that ball could have gone either way. Stanley Martin, Mike Dent, Princeton would be glad to have either one of those fellas sitting on the bench.
So now we're waiting for the Beavers to, they've got 60 seconds to decide who they're going to bring in. The official goes over and informs Coach Willis that he has to send somebody in. So it's
now down to their 7th person. They're going 7 deep. They've got,
down to the 8th? Well, they've lost 3 now for team.
Right,
They've only got 6 available, so they've got 1 more on the bench after what's on the floor.
and we're getting a young man who scored 9 points in the JV game, Joe Dodson.
As Joe Dodson comes in for the Tigers. 65-53, Tigers up by 12. 3:56 to play in the ball game. Miller on the line to shoot 1. Miller fires. It's good. Jones brings it to the front court for the Beavers now. They go the offense. 66-53. To Morphus firing the corner. Good. Danny Morphus puts it down from 25 feet. He wasn't bashful. 66-55. Tigers up to St. Clair. Walks it to the front court for Princeton. Top of the key to the left side to Eades. To Miller on the low post. Works over top of Johnson. No good. Rebound pulled down by Odell Martin of the Beavers. Up to Stanley Martin. Stanley into the front court. Dropped it to Jones. Puts the shot up and in. As the Beavers running on the Tigers. Got the goal. 66-57. 3:23 to play. Jeff St. Clair takes it to the front court for Princeton. Still on the dribble with it. Goes to the lane. To Witt in the corner. Dropped it to Miller on the low post. Hooks good. And he is off down. Goes over top of Sandy Jones and got the bucket. 68-57. As Jones gives it to Martin. Drives into the lane. Goes across the lane. Fires it up. No good. Rebound pulled down by DeWitt in heavy traffic. Dribbles his way out of traffic. Still on the dribble. Leaves it for St. Clair. And Jeff will move it to the front court for Princeton. 2:52 to play in the ball game. 68-57. Tigers on top. As St. Clair, as the Tigers spread it out in the four corners. As Eades with the ball. Works it to cross court to DeWitt. DeWitt comes back cross court. To Miller. Miller way outside with it. Dribbling across top of the key with it. Holds it up. Looks for help to DeWitt on the baseline. Goes into the lane. We got a whistle and traveling call.
DeWitt didn't know what. He was wide open. And
Boy,
he had
Eades open. He was Eades open on the baseline on the far side. He didn't step on very once.
What he had to score. There were 2 of them underneath him. There was one Beaver player between them, and he sort of hesitated.
As the Beavers come back, Morphus firing from 25 feet, puts it in. Boy, he put that thing up in slow motion, and it hit slow motion into the net. 68-59 as the Beavers cut the Tigers' lead to 9. St. Clair in the front court with it for the Tigers. To St. Clair, to DeWitt. Outside to Eades. Eades, they try to double team him. Gets it to DeWitt. To St. Clair, to Eades on the baseline. Works on Jones. Fires. Got it. Mike Eades puts the Tigers up by 11 with 2 minutes to play. 70-59. Morphus with the ball. Back to Jones. Jones, top of the key. Goes to the lane. Forces the shot. Got it. Boy, forced it up and in from 14 feet. 70-61. And the Beavers will press as Eades leaves the pass for St. Clair, and Morphus shooting into a call the treble, but he kept the dribble while he was fighting. He did. I think the official was screened off. 70-61. Beavers with the ball. Martin goes to the lane. Fires over top of Eades. No good. Rebound to James DeWitt. Comes off the flange, and he is fouled by Dotson. That's number 1 on Dotson. We got 1:40 to play in the ball game. Princeton 70, Bluefield 61. And some of the people picking up coats and starting to work their way out now. And really, I don't feel as good about winning this now that Ollie was injured. I would much rather had him stay healthy, stay in the ball game. DeWitt fires the free throw, no good. Rebound tipped out to DeWitt. Jump shot, 16 feet, good. James DeWitt, 72-61. As they stop the clock to pull the net down, we get Bill Harmon off the bench for the Tigers to come in. As Bill will come in, Stephon will get a chance to catch his breath. 72-61, 1:35 to play. As Sammy Jones brings it to the front court for Bluefield. Top of the key, starts it into the lane to Martin, near side. To Odell Martin on the baseline. Miller blocks the shot, takes it away. Gives it out to DeWitt. It's DeWitt on the dribble. Gets it to the front court to Miller. Miller dribbling with it. Wait for DeWitt to come by him. DeWitt gives it back to Miller, and now they go to St. Clair. Jeff starts it to the top of the key. On the dribble for Miller. To DeWitt on the baseline. Back outside to Miller. Way out front with it to Eades. Eades in the corner out front. To St. Clair. Cross court to Miller. To DeWitt. Back to Miller. Back to St. Clair. As St. Clair double team goes to the lane with it. Has the ball kicked loose off of Dotson's leg out of bounds. And it'll be Tiger ball.
And Princeton had several of them shots that time. They just didn't take them. They don't even want to try to score out of the
57 seconds to play. Tigers up 72-61 as he double teamed by foul by Martin. And Martin is out of there. And now the technical on Martin. And Martin still standing on the floor. Still upset.
no attitude.
It is. Now, Stanley.
Right, and I don't know whether he realizes it or not. The show he's putting on out there right now, one more technical, and he will not be eligible to play the next game. Also, for any college scouts at a game, that's something they probably would take into consideration. I'm sure they would.
We'll have Mike Eades on the, should be, if he's got a personal free throw, and then we'll have the technical free throws.
Does that take Bluefield down to their ninth players?
Yes. Yeah, they've got everybody they got now on the floor. Ain't nobody left. 55 seconds left to play. We'll have Eades on the line for the Tigers. 72-61 as Eades ready to fire the free throw. He fires. It's no good. St. Clair will go out to shoot the technical for the Tigers. Coming into the ballgame for the Beavers will be Fred Kellerman. As St. Clair fired the technical, he missed it. And now it will be Onsberger into the game for the Tigers as the wind comes out, getting a little ball handling in as Onsberger guards. 55 seconds. It'll be Tiger ball out of bounds. The Beavers will press. As Eades has it, inbound. Gets it in to Harmon in the backcourt. As Bill dribbles one time, throws it out of bounds. He had to play his Beaver ball on the far side. 52 seconds to play, 72-61. And DeWitt comes off the bench for the Tigers, comes back into the ball game. For Harmon. As Kellerman inbounds it to Jones. Sammy takes it down the left side. Fired from 12 feet, no good. Rebound, tipped around, picked up by Odell Martin. Puts the shot back up. Good. Odell Martin scores for the Beavers. 72-63 is St. Clair with the ball in the backcourt for the Tigers. Gets it to Eades in the front court. Works on double teams over now and gets it out to St. Clair. We got a whistle and a foul. That foul fall on Sammy Jones. That's number 3 on Sammy. 35 seconds left to play in the ball game.
You're getting hectic out there. This is the type of game, late in the game, emotions are high. You're so afraid somebody else is going to get hurt. We had one player hurt tonight.
Somebody could, somebody can't.
Right.
And you got a lot of people here very volatile. Situation could occur before we go there.
Football players have moved out of the Bluefield cheering section.
That's good. As Eades, this is a free throw. Rebound, pulled down by Johnson of the Beavers. Up to Sammy Jones. Sammy goes down, lays it up on a pretty drive. No good. Rebound, pulled down by Morphus. Puts it up, no good. Johnson tipping. He is fouled from behind by Onsberger. That's number 1 on John. And that'll put Joe Dotson on the free throw line for the Beavers. 72-63. Tigers lead by 9. We got 25 seconds left to play in the ball game. The only thing we need to decide here is the final score, I guess.
Yes, I believe so.
As Dotson ready to play, ready to fire. He'll shoot a one-on-one. Foul on the rebound. He fires with the right hand. It's no good. Rebound. Pulled down the lane by Jones. Puts it up no good. He is fouled by somebody. Something hit the floor. They picked it up. It was one of Dotson's glasses holder. And that foul call on James DeWitt.
Foul ball at 32.
And on DeWitt, his third foul. And that'll put Sammy Jones on the free throw line. They're waiting for Joe Dotson. What I saw hit the floor was the holder, the protective holder off of Dotson's glasses. So they're repairing it. And James DeWitt giving him some expert coaching advice to how to put it. I don't get James or say one of those things to work anyway. But he's telling him how to make it.
He may not be over there trying to tell him what to do. He may be seeing what the thing looks like.
It might be. So they got it back together now. Dotson takes his place on the lane. And we'll have Sammy Jones on the free throw line for the Beavers. 22 seconds left to play in the ball game. Princeton 72, Bluefield 63. Jones fires. Good. He'll have a second attempt. 72-64. As Sammy Jones on the line for one more. He fires. It is no good off the flange. We got a whistle. Somebody jumped into the lane too soon. I believe it was Jones. I think he knew he threw it up too hard. Was going after the rebound, violated the line, so it'll be Tiger ball on the baseline. DeWitt gets it into Eades in the backcourt. Mike on the dribble, takes it to the front court. They hit him off and double team him. Looks for help. Gets it from Miller. Ronsberger on the baseline. Takes it back out front to St. Clair. To Eades. Eades holds it overhead, gives it to St. Clair. St. Clair on the far side, foul from behind by Sammy Jones. With 8 seconds on the clock, that's number 4 on Sammy. And that'll put Jeff St. Clair on the free throw line for the Tigers. And the Beavers moving away from the line, as are the Tigers. They don't pick up a foul. There are 8 seconds left to play in the ball game. 72-64. St. Clair firing a one-on-one. The first one's up, no good. Rebound pulled out by Dotson of Beaver. Out to Sammy Jones. Sammy comes down, goes to the lane, fires from 12 feet, no good. Rebound in the middle of the Tigers. Goes to full court. The ball game is over. And the final score of the ball game, 72-64. As the Tigers victorious over the Beavers tonight to take their record to 9-4. We'll be back with more. First, let's take 30 seconds for this. Final score, Princeton Tigers 72, Bluefield Beavers 64. As Princeton put together 4 quarters of 18 points, 21 points, 14 points, and 19 points for a final score of 72. The Beavers, 12 points, 27 points, 14 points, and 9 points for a final score of 64 points. The Beavers could only get 23 points in the second half, while they got 27 points alone in the second quarter. So they couldn't put it together there.